everyone, and welcome to TVL Sports Net, our brand new show where we will update you with what is happening around the Tri-Valley League, otherwise known as the TVL. I'm your host, Tom Nappy. For those that don't know, the Tri-Valley League, otherwise known as the TVL, consists of 12 high school athletic programs: Ashland, Bellingham, Dedham, Dover-Sherborn, Hopkinton, Holliston, Medfield, Medway, Millis, Norton, Norwood, and Westwood. And each episode you can expect to hear about some of the latest happenings and to learn more about these 12 great programs. We are thankful that cable access networks in the majority of TVL towns will be helping us create content as well as airing this show on your town's local public access cable station. We look forward to providing some great information and entertainment for our multi-town audience, and we thank you for tuning in. In our first segment, HCAT TV in Holliston helps us take a look into this year's Holliston Panthers football program, who for the first time in 21 years has a new coach at the helm. For the last 21 years, the Holliston Panthers were led by head coach Todd Kiley. During Coach Kiley's 21 seasons at Holliston, the Panthers won 7 TVL championships and 3 state championship titles. The Holliston Panthers have become one of the most competitive and elite football programs in the state, and for the first time since 2003, will have a new head coach attempting to maintain that reputation after Todd Kiley departed from the program and took the head coaching job at Franklin High School. This season, former assistant coach at Bishop Feehan, Mike Uroff, was hired as Holliston's new football head coach. And in the early days of this fall season, our friends at HCAT TV in Holliston caught up with Coach Uroff and this year's Holliston Panthers football captain.
With new head coach Mike Uroff and his new freshman coach, Mike Mullen. Coach, welcome to Holliston.
Thank you. Thank you. Good to be here.
Good to be here, Mike.
Thank you very much.
All right, you got a whole new staff. We're talking about a lot of changes that are happening this year at the football program. Why don't you talk a little bit about your staff?
Yeah.
And a little background on your own, too.
Sure. We had the mountain of a task to build an entire staff starting July 12th. So to come out and have a full staff, 4 freshman coaches, JV and varsity coaches as well, that was our biggest, kind of obstacle to overcome. We've done it with a lot of guys that I've known for 20 years, guys that then knew other guys. And we just tried to bring in guys that want to coach hard, fast, and really want to teach. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, that's what you're doing, and the kids have to buy into it, but you have to be knowledgeable and you have to be a good teacher. And when I talk to every coach that's on board, that was the first thing I was doing, trying to assess them.
And that was quite a long process? Or?
Yeah, it took quite a bit. I immediately locked up a few guys I knew right away.
Yeah.
And then, we had to convince a couple of guys. Our defensive coordinator, Bob Conrad, great football mind, 20-plus years doing it, played in high school and college. And, he was the coordinator up until the end of July for an area high school. Mm-hmm. So to convince him to leave that high school and come here was, huge for us. And that goes for a lot of these guys.
Yeah.
They gave up something or they're driving close to an hour a day just to get here. But, they believe in the history here. They believe in what I think we're going to do. And, it all worked out. So we're pretty happy.
So we have Coach Conrad and his son, is it Zach? Is he coaching too?
Yeah, his son Zach. Zach played at Walpole. He played up at Plymouth State. He was a linebacker up there and defensive lineman. He'll be coaching our offensive line and linebackers as well. He'll be the JV defensive coordinator.
Good. And Mike, you're the head freshman coach?
Yes, sir.
And your staff?
We have Kenny McGuire, Kevin McShane, and Artie Barnes. 2 firefighters and a corrections officer, so we're in good shape there. I myself, I'm lucky enough to be here in Holliston the last 4 years working in the high school. I'm actually the business teacher right now as well.
Oh, nice. And your background?
Moved here from Colorado in 2020. Played high school out there at Chatfield Senior High, and then played semi-professionally at Metro State Denver.
What position did you play?
Receiver and safety.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so finding Mike in the building was huge. Right away when I got the job, they brought his name up to me. And, I talked to him for 5 minutes on the phone. I'm like, all right, this is great. Yeah. We have, just another presence in the building. The kids all respond well to him. And, frankly, Mike's here, with me because we need that feeder program. To build this program, it's not for tomorrow, it's for the next 10 years. So the freshmen are instrumental.
I'm Charlie Stott. I play offensive line and defensive line.
I'm Lucas Badenkoff. I play linebacker and D-line.
I'm Caleb Greenberg. I play O-line and D-line.
Sounds good, guys. And one of the things we're kind of focusing on today is the changes that are here this year, with a lot of different changes. Of course, you guys getting a whole new group of players and a whole new coaching staff. And the coaching staff actually kind of came together late, around July, somewhere in there. Mm-hmm. So you guys as coaches, how is it different, as captains, how is it different this year for you guys when you held your practices and stuff together without a coaching staff?
I don't know. It felt a little weird at first because it didn't have much structure to it. It was kind of hard to get it started because you usually have some coaches there, and they it's easier for people to listen to a coach than maybe just a captain. But later on in the season, in the summer, I think people started to realize that it's just the same, and we still have to work as hard for the season to get ready.
Yeah, same thing, Lucas.
Yeah, like what Charlie said, we got the same guys around us, so it's going to be somewhat the same. Starting out when we didn't really have a full coaching staff, we just tried to keep the team camaraderie together, keep everyone close, and I think that was an important part of it. But also just staying in the weight room, keeping in good shape was important for us.
Good. Caleb?
Yeah, just the weight room was big for us in the off season because that was really the only thing we could do. Because we didn't really know what drills to do or anything because we ran out of them in a week. Yeah. So it was just the weight room was a big part of the off season.
Through the first 2 weeks of the season, the Holliston Panthers football team is 1-1. They lost their first game on Friday, September 6th versus a very good Canton team at Comedian Field by a final of 28-16. The Panthers responded well in week 2. They grabbed a road win at Middleborough High School and played some great defense to earn the 14-6 victory over a strong Middleborough team. Congratulations to new Holliston Panthers head coach Mike Uroff on collecting his first win at the helm. Millis Mohawks football currently ranks at the top of the TVL Small and is turning heads with their 4-0 start to the 2024 season. We caught up with some of the team following their game at Blackstone Millville Regional High School. On Saturday, September 28th, 2-0 Millis Football was at 1-1 Blackstone Millville. Millis, who is playing their 100th season of Mohawk football, was seeking to stay undefeated. Late in the second quarter, it was a 7-7 game. Jack Carter fakes a punt, or perhaps decided not to kick it away due to the low snap, and ran it into the end zone with about 2 minutes 30 seconds left to go. The game remained a 13-7 game heading into the halftime break. Millis continues their drive into the fourth quarter. Quarterback Liam Kraby connects with wide receiver Jason Fournier for an 18-yard gain to set up a 1-yard Kraby touchdown keeper. The 2-point conversion is no good, and the score stands at 19-7. Millis leading with 10:22 left to go. Millis recovers the fumble and would end up taking the game 19-7. The Millis Mohawks improve to 3-0 on the season.
You know, it feels great. You know, last year 1-7 in the regular season, so to start off 3-0, it just honestly just feels amazing. We worked so hard for this and just showing off, you know.
You know, it's a great feeling. You know, last year obviously wasn't the best for us, but we came back and, you know, we fight, we work hard in practice. We come here every day with the mentality of that we're going to win, and we execute, so that's all.
It's happened to us a couple times the last couple of years where we'll give up 3 or 4 first downs, and then all of a sudden we just bow it up. And I think once or twice they got inside the red zone and we were able to stop them. And again, I can't say enough about the players. In games like this, it's hot. They were much bigger than us, but we've conditioned all year long. We've conditioned in the season, and we've got that mentality of the next man up and be the reason and be the difference why we're successful. And each and every one of these players is a reason and is a difference of us being successful.
And Jack Carter, Liam Kraby, they were all over the field.
I mean, as I said, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that 8-2 kind of make us go a little bit. We find different ways to get them the ball. As we tell the kids, they may be lining up in the backfield. Hey, we're going to block it. They're going to run. Whether it's Kraby, whether it's Carter, doesn't matter. And once they kind of kill, and then we hit Jason Fournier for a big reception down to like the 6-inch line. So go ahead, pick your poison, and we'll see if we can adjust off of it.
Can you talk about your defense out there today? BMR, they had a little bit of momentum going on some of the drives, but it was kind of a bend, don't break kind of defense out there.
Yeah, you know, we knew they were going to come and hit us. They're big, but I feel like we kept going at them and hitting them harder, and that's what won us the game, you know.
You know, they're big kids, but, you know, size isn't everything, you know. So we came out there and hit them harder than we hit us. We came off the bus today.
BMR, obviously a very big physical football team. They want to smash the ball down the field. We practiced all week with our defensive line, telling them that they were going to be the difference in this game. We got after them pretty good. Our athletes, what we like to call our dudes, we try to get the ball in their hands, and they performed today. Our line blocked very well today offensively. Defensively, we did pretty damn good too.
And you guys are part of history, part of Millis's 100th season. That must be pretty cool to be part of.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it feels great.
You know, it's a big thing for our whole town that we come out and, you know, keep this 100th year season like the best we can get. So,
as somebody who played for the Millis in the 80s, Millis has a football-rich tradition. And one of the things that we will always be is we will be tough. We've been tough for 100 years. We show up. It's something that these kids are taking a responsibility on, representing the 100th year of Millis football. And they actually enjoy that part of it. And they want to be that 100th team. But Millis football will show up. We play. Doesn't matter how many kids we have, how big we are, how small we are. But we are just tough as nails.
All right. And you guys got any goals you want to see this team achieve this season?
You know, we want a ring.
Yeah, we want a ring, that's for sure.
It's a good start. We're on to Prouty after this, but we'll enjoy this. The kids will enjoy it. We'll get the bumps and bruises taken care of, and then we'll get ready for next year. But it's a nice start, obviously, for the team.
It is a close, competitive football season in the TVL, and things should get even more interesting as we enter the interleague play schedule. When we come back, we switch gears and take a look at the terrific seasons so far for Norwood Field Hockey and Westwood Golf, plus much more. Don't go anywhere. You're tuned into TVL Sports Net. This program is brought to you in part by TVLSports.net. You can view the standings, stories, pictures, highlights, and more about the 12 teams in the Tri-Valley League at TVLSports.net. TVLSports.net is an independent news and media website reporting on the TVL and is not associated with the MIAA, Tri-Valley League, or any town or school. Welcome back to TVL Sports Net, the show that takes you across the Tri-Valley League. Norwood Field Hockey currently sits alone at the top of the TVL Large and entered Week 7 of the 2024-25 fall season with 11 wins, 1 loss, and 1 tie. And our friends at Norwood Community Media recently covered their annual Pink Out game to raise awareness for breast cancer as the Mustangs of Norwood took on the Mustangs of Medway.
On Wednesday, October 2nd, Norwood Field Hockey hosted Medway and helped in the fight against cancer by rocking pink jerseys for Breast Cancer Awareness Month at their annual Pink Out game. First quarter, Shay Larkey feeds it to Bridget Conley, waiting at the corner of the net, and Conley pops it in for the 1-0 Norwood lead.
First time it came out to Larkey, the second time to Sopel. This time she'll go to her side, and Norwood will try a different approach. Larkey moves in and will dish out another assist.
Then a bit later in the quarter, Larkey found Emily Spadorsha at the corner of the net to give Norwood the 2-0 lead.
So Medway, again, looking to just get the ball out of their zone, and Norwood immediately forces a turnover.
Wow, you can't look down for too long. A little bit of a backhand shot. Ooh, it found number 16 for a moment. Now the follow-through opportunity goes in. And
it stayed a 2-0 game until the third quarter. Shay Larkey finds Emily Spadorsha along the right side of the net once again, and Spadorsha gets the score for the 3-0 lead. Norwood went on to take the 3-0 win and improve to 9-1 on the season. Goaltender Ava O'Neill collected her 4th shutout win of the season. Joe Pinola and Joey O'Connor, who had the call of the game on Norwood Community Media, caught up with the goaltender after the game.
You are rewarded with Norwood's outstanding goalkeeper today. Ava, can you hear us up here?
Yeah, I can hear you kind of.
Are you okay after jogging or sprinting all the way over with all the gear on?
That might have been the most running I've done all season.
Okay, there we go.
Tell you, we just need you in goal, and you did a great job today. Medway really came out flying, but you hung tough in there. How does it feel to get a win here on Pink Night?
I'm really glad that everyone came out, showed up, and played, because tonight was a little bit more about like our own personal record and our personal motive. It was just a good way to like get the community together, and we were playing for something bigger than field hockey, and it felt good to get a win on our home turf, especially during youth night too, and Pink Night just was like, I think we're all really grateful that everyone came out and supported us as well.
Great answer. Good job, Ava. And speaking of which, today you guys finished 3-0. You couldn't hear it earlier, but Joe Pinola mentioned that this was actually the first time Medway has not scored a goal this season. So what did you see from your back line, your defense, and what did you see from yourself in net? How did you guys make that happen?
Honestly, I think today was like a phenomenal game just for everyone. Like the offense really came out strong, and they kind of controlled the game in the first half. I think they really were just played smart, and then especially our defense, like I can't say enough about them. Like Emily, Bridget, and Emma, like they are the reason that I get shutouts. Like they are a great line of defense, and I think that they're there to pick up the little mistakes, and they always do. And today it was a really good combination of offensively just pushing the ball, and then our defense just being able to pick up those little mistakes and then kind of set up the offense so that we could get those goals.
That's a great way you put it, letting that defense set the offense up. So the team is now 10-1, double-digit wins already this year, as we're only in the beginning of October, which is incredible. Heading into Wachusett on Sunday, is there anything specific you think the team needs to bring into that game from this one?
I think that what we've kind of struggled with this year is just our first quarter. We all kind of start off maybe a little flat. We're all kind of maybe not really focused in, and then I think going all the way out to Wachusett, just that hour-and-a-half drive, that long drive, I am a little worried about, because I think that since we already struggled kind of with that first quarter and then already coming out slow, but I think that's just going to be being aware of it and being intentional about how we go out on the field and how we play that day. I mean, honestly, we've kind of cracked down on everything that we kind of had flaws with during the season, and now you can kind of really see it all coming together and how we're flowing on the field. So I think it's just at this point in the season, it's a matter of, are we bringing that energy? Do we want to win? And what's our motivation?
Awesome. Another great answer from Ava. And lastly, just anything else you want to add? You want to give a shout out to however you got your kind of custom tie-dye pink goalie gear, where you guys got your pink jerseys? Anything about today's charity, today's event that you would want to add?
I do not know where these jerseys came from, actually. I think they were here before I even came to the high school. But, I just want to give a shout out to the Norwood Youth Field Hockey program in that community, because not only are they bringing so many kids into our program, but they're bringing their families, and just the fact that they could all bring up their families to come support. We have our bake sale too as well. All that money is going to a good cause. So it's just a shout out to our community and supporting each other, because all the donations today are going to a family who has been affected by breast cancer.
Westwood Golf is another team at the very top of the TVL Large with a record of 16-2 entering Week 7. Our friends at Westwood Media Center recently caught up with a couple of the top scoring golfers in the league.
Folks, we are joined now by Westwood number 1 player and Westwood number 2 player, Lillian Galisarian and Pat Dalton. Guys, great effort out there today, coming away with the win. Pat had a 39, Lillian with a 34. We had the opportunity to walk out, wanted to just walk through a couple holes. So Pat, we saw you on 7, hit a 5-wood in there, pin high, terrific shot. What was going through your head there? Have you hit that shot before where you have enough confidence knowing you're going to keep it right of the street? Wanted to just walk through that hole and that shot.
So I wanted to just try to get it to be just to the left of the pin, just trying not to keep it. I mean, honestly, right is as safe as you can be over there. You can't go left, so I was just trying to play it as much as I could right. If I miss right, that's all right. So I missed it right, just to the green, so it was good.
It was a good leave, and it's certainly having the advantage of knowing this course. Is such a home course advantage. Would you say?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's very just knowing what shot to hit and how far you have and the green, like where the green slopes and everything. It's definitely a very high advantage.
Absolutely, and Lillian, very impressive holes. The 5th hole, you hit that drive a mile. You had about 140 or so in.
Yeah, it was about 140. Was playing uphill a bit. Had a choke down on a 9, which isn't my best shot, so kind of pulled that shot, but trusted my putting today, so I was able to lag it down there. A nice tap and birdie.
Let's talk about that putt too. You were about 35, 40 feet above the hole off to the left. I've played this course enough times. That is a very difficult putt. It's an easy putt to putt off the green. What were you going through thinking that? Have you just, lined it up and, you had the putter dialed today? Would love to, what were your thoughts on being able to get that for a 1-foot tap in?
Yeah, so I knew it was going to be a very fast putt going down the hill. So I wasn't trying to make the eagle putt. I'm just like, get as close as you can, take a birdie, be happy with that.
And then next hole, hit it just past the trap. It was a very dicey kind of rough, lie in the rough. You got it out of there. You had about a 13, 14-foot, very difficult putt downhill. You made that for par. Talk about that. Was that just as impressive for you as, these birdies that you had today?
I would say that's more impressive. From where my lie was, I just tried to get it on the green. Unfortunately, it took a big bounce and went over the tough putt downhill. And just trying to get that on the green and get it rolling towards the hole. And it went in. Can't be happier with that.
So, guys, having an outstanding year. Undefeated in the TVL. The only 2 losses are versus Varian. How excited are you for the playoffs, we're right on the doorstep?
No, we're very excited. I mean, we have a good team this year. We have lots of depth. Our top 6 is going to be very good this year, so we're very excited for a good playoff run, hopefully a good shot at states this year. So.
And Lillian, I also got to give you a shout out. What you did over the summer and what you did into this year, absolutely remarkable. Able to make a Monday qualifier for an LPGA event. Unheard of. You're a senior in high school. You're competing against professionals. What was that experience like, and how much confidence did that bring into the season?
Yeah, definitely brought a lot of confidence. I saw that qualifier open up. I'm like, might as well give it a chance to be able to finish first in that and then play an LPGA qualifier. I was just trying to love the experience. Got to play against some really good players, and then the following day I had a match here, and I was just like, can't wait to get back on Norfolk and play some good golf, hopefully.
It's now time for the TVL Streak of the Month.
By everybody. Up the far side of the box she comes. Approaching, takes it, got it!
Hillers strike first. Here's Dina gives it a boot. Wow! She strikes from long distance. She'll take a shot. Oh, it's bobbled and then put in. Allison Green nets it for the Hillers. Nina turns it over. Looking for the shot and putting it in is Nicole Tedstone. Her second goal of the game. She finds Colleran. Closing in. Colleran takes it and got it. 2-0 Hillers! What a feed from Recupero, and what a shot by Colleran! TZ sends it over. Recupero with a shot, and off the deflection, the ball comes loose, and O'Connor pops it in. That's late. Into the box. There's a shot off the crossbar and in. And that is Alex Clark. Nina takes it, and it's off the keeper's hands and put in. Anaga Kilcarty off the deflection. Nice moves. Sends it over, and Kilcarty nets it. What a feed.
That is going to do it for our first episode of TVL Sports Net. A big thank you to all who joined us. And we will have another episode coming your way in the very near future to keep you informed about all the tremendous happenings throughout the Tri-Valley League. For the multiple TVL Town stations helping us create this program, and for our amazing HCAM crew, I'm Tom Nappy. Thanks again for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.